Hey everyone, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution, and welcome back to the next episode of our Grand Canyon themed park here. Today's video will be a little bit different because we will finally get into a little bit more of a, creative build, if you will, into something that is not really meant to be made by the game. And unfortunately, we will also have some trouble at the end of the episode with the build. So I need to, fix certain things. But for the moment being, I'm very happy with the results. So you've seen that already from the thumbnail potentially. This is going to be a small herbivore area in which the guest can actually walk through and have some open areas to see them very much up close. I'm very sure that you guys have already seen some of the techniques how to get a bit more of a natural barrier into this game, because some of the decoration actually act as a barrier, and that's pretty handy because you can use that really to your advantage. And then I also figured some things. I remember I saw a video of Evo that you can do certain things with the water-filled lagoons, but it was always the other way around. And now I figured, you know what, you can also put the lagoon on a raised terrain and then just dig the terrain away that is around it. And also I found something weird, as you can see over here. I clearly had some terrain raised in the water, but when I went underwater, there was no terrain visible anymore. But if I go back to the terrain editor, it is visible that there should be terrain. So I'm assuming, and that potentially is also the reason why there is a certain lack of collision and so on, that the full underwater area is somewhat differently rendered, maybe, perhaps, I don't know. It almost seems like it's kind of an overlaying rendered area rather than a real water volume, if you know what I mean. I was kind of confused because that was pretty much explain also why you can't jump in with a car, for example. It would basically explain also why certain things like the monorail and so on don't really get into it with a hitbox. So a couple of things I find really weird, but okay, that's the situation as it is right now. And I wanted to use this lagoon as like a very much of a central element, almost like a water reserve that you could use to fill in some of the things. Like if we were in Planet Zoo now, I would put a lot of pipe work and stuff in here. That would be technically the kind of connection to it, because we are in a deserty area. We would need a lot of water, and this could be one of the bigger water filled reserves in which we can grab the water out of, kind of almost like a purification thing that serves for most of the water demands in the park, and could also be when it's raining. It's heavily raining here. It could be one of those things to store the water in. At least that was kind of my idea. And again, you really have to get creative in this game in terms of your imagination, because there are so many things that are not really here. I certainly do think also that this is a good thing at some point. I mean, obviously, I would love to have a lot more options, a lot more pieces and decoration, especially in a build like that. It's getting very obvious that things are lacking and you do have to repeat a couple of things. But again, I think it's the imagination in general in these creative games that play the biggest role. You can have such a limited toolbox, but your mind still helps you to grow things. Remember playing with Legos in your past, for example? You just put a couple of things onto each other, and for you personally, that was a plane or that was a dinosaur or whatever. No one else would see that, but your mind, your imagination is creating something out of it. And it doesn't even matter if others see that or not. In your mind, if it's good, you can tell the story, and that is very good storytelling in general. Like, I really think there is this one series of, I'm not sure if that was a Lego ad or if that was just a beautiful artist doing that, where you had some very abstract Lego pieces, like a couple of pieces, bricks sticked onto each other, and the shadow of those gave a very detailed resemblance of what that should be. So the plane example, for example, were just three kind of different bricks put onto each other, and the shadow should have showed a very detailed outline of a jumbo jet or something. I love that series. I think it's one of the one of the most beautiful pieces of art that explain how creativity and imagination work. And this is, again, one thing I think you have to really bring into this game in Sandbox to make it work for you. And exactly this is what happens here. I tried to build a park that you could walk through. I'm trying to play a little bit with the fences and the decoration pieces to make sure that you have this bit more of an open park feel. And you will have a lot of smaller herbivores, which we're going to talk about in the real-time part in here. So yeah, it was really a struggle, and I tested a couple things ahead of time to just see how it works, and I still made some mistakes and left some gaps open because I completely misjudged how small the smallest herbivores are. So that's really a thing that I really didn't really put too much attention in. Anyways, before I forget, hopefully I'm going to mention that at the end of the episode again, but maybe, and if things go well, I will make my big, well, it's not a big, it's just, it's just a comeback. But today I will do a live stream on Twitch again. Finally, after a couple of months of being not there, due to several reasons I might talk about tonight, but I haven't been there. I'm back. And first of all, I have got a new webcam. Big props go to Elgato. They sent me their face cam. Really cool. I tested already a couple of things. It's pretty amazing. Obviously, I'm happy that I got it, but I'm not obliged to say anything positive. It's, if I would, if it wasn't, I wouldn't say that. But it's really good. It's actually doing what it should. For the price tag, it's very detailed, very crisp, and with the addition of NVIDIA Broadcast, you can get some really cool depth of field effects. And running an RTX 2080, you can actually do that in real time. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, if you guys want to catch me live, I am on Twitch tonight, potentially somewhat around 8:30, I don't know, p.m. Central European time. But I'm not sure. I think it's very likely that we will play Planet Zoo, though. I know you guys might be here, most of all because of Jurassic World Evolution 2, but if you want to see me in my, so to say, on my home soil at the moment, it might make sense to tune in anyways, and you can, we can also talk about Jurassic World Evolution, and maybe we jump forth and back between the games. But I really want to get into one of my habitat builds I planned for a while now, and I want to finally do that because it's on my list and I want to finish that one. I still have so many ideas for Jurassic World Evolution 2, that I have to work on that list as well, but just jumping between the games a little bit to keep my head clean and get some ideas, and that would be really cool. So yeah, I'm just putting down a couple of facilities here. In general, that might be something I need to put a bit more attention to. I'm going to talk about that in real time, about why we need some amenities and why I think that this is maybe, again, not the best thing for the Sandbox mode. Just in general, let's talk about the Sandbox mode in the real-time part a little bit. Because there are so many little things that they should definitely have to change that. If you guys have seen my top 5 things that need to be changed ASAP that I released yesterday, you might have heard me talking a little bit about it again, but especially regarding Sandbox, there are a couple of things more we should definitely talk about. Anyhow, that's most about it for my voiceover. I hope you guys enjoyed this build so far. If you want to see more details of it, the dinosaurs in it, and also hear me speak about Sandbox, stay with me. In a couple of seconds, we'll be in the game actually, and check out this finished area. Alright, so here we are in the real-time part, and this is the area from above. I changed a couple of things in comparison to the time-lapse just to make things work, but here's the reason why you can still see that these dinosaurs are seen as danger to the guests. In fact, they can't really go in here, but they can escape via this boundary over here, this open gap, and also the one on the other side. And till this point in time, I have no idea how to change that other than, following the line here inside of the habitat, which would really take away lots and lots and lots of what I wanted to actually achieve with it. So this is really a pity, and yeah, unfortunately they can really go out here. I also tested a couple of things, like putting some of the decoy elements in here, like so, and then hoping that this is just like a bit, uncool behavior around this fence, but apparently they do escape here, and I really don't get it, because otherwise that would mean they could also escape over here. However, I think it might be because they are too big and the gap is too small, in fact. But yeah, again, I'm not really sure how exactly that works out and how I can fix this. I gotta have to check with some other creators. They might have, this problem might have occurred for them already, and they have solved it potentially. Because you can see those in the inner circles over here, being that very tiny one up here and the slightly bigger one up here, they don't really have a problem. They are not at all a danger to the guests or a threat to the guests. And we've got the, oh my god, I just can't say the name. The Homalocephali? Oh my god, I'm super bad at these names, especially from those that I don't know. That is the Pachyrhinosaurus. I love it because it's rather small, but it's still a very cute one. Also, I love the pattern with that like violet on here, very bright violet vibes. Look at that, this is so cool. Where it just turns into the sun, looks really good. And then we also have a third species in here. They mostly live in that certain area, and this is the Dryosaurus. I love that one especially. I think it also has a very nice pattern. It's a lot bigger than I expected. It's definitely bigger than a chicken. I thought it was not that big, but you know, if you have it roaming around here in comparison to the chairs and stuff, you can see it's pretty much ostrich. Like a good old big ostrich. That's definitely the size it is, but you know, in comparison to all the other dinosaurs, it obviously seems small. Yeah, again, I have no idea how I exactly would do this over here. I'm not even sure if I need to put like a gate in, even like to check them. I mean, we can just try what happens if we put a gate in, if that changes things. I think it doesn't. And if we go to map, you can see they're now in this area all around, and we can just speed up the whole process and see if they can escape, because the game also doesn't tell me how and when and where they could escape. You can only see that they're a danger to the guests, and they have a territory that goes all the way in here, and you can see it is definitely connected to the outside, while those all in the middle have the same, but they can't escape. So it's pretty weird, you know. They have it all, they can also escape, but again, I have no idea how they technically would escape, because they can't, you know. And this is what I mean with the sandbox settings. I really would love to see that the game just completely ignores that and says, you know what, it doesn't matter, they can escape or not, whatever, I've got no escapes enabled, so why would they? And then you would also have guests come over here, but at this point the guests won't go into this area. First of all, there's no amenities or even drag them here. Second of all, there's no viewing possibility for them, because they don't see that as a viewing. It seems like this is blocking the view as well, so you would need to put like a, I don't know, like a viewing opportunity in here. And I'm actually tempted to do this just to bring people in this area. I'm really not happy with how that is working out right now. So maybe I'm going to put something in here. Maybe they go there. I have no clue how exactly I want to do this. It would have been cool to just have like a raised platform that has a round view. Maybe we're gonna have to get rid of this central element here and put some amenities in. I'm really not sure how exactly that's going to turn out. Maybe it's going to be that, you know, it's going to be this, that we have to get rid of this central element, and yeah, just put some amenities down to make people go here, despite the fact that these dinosaurs are a threat to them. So yeah, this is what I mean. I really would love to get a bit more of control over the you know, sandbox settings. What are you doing over here? Can we just follow you maybe, if you are going to escape again? You're very close to that area. Never mind. So again, I really think it would be freaking awesome if, wait, how did you even manage to escape there? I think I was maybe somewhere over here. Wait a second. Maybe that's this? Huh. I haven't seen that so far, so maybe, just maybe, it's this. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. Maybe. Okay, you know, we can just test this by, you know, putting some more things down. I'm not sure if that will help anyways, but where did they come from? It was definitely not a land down under. We can try to put some other things in behind. I'm not sure if they can even jump over this, you know. I just want to see if the threat icon is basically going away then. I am really not sure what that is. Okay, it's not. So I'm not sure if they can still escape here. This seems a lot safer to me. Where's this dinosaur? It's still roaming around here, right? Yeah, it is. I got no idea, guys. If you guys have an idea, please let me know in the comments down below. Maybe I have forgotten something about this and I just misjudged that they can jump. But anyways, they would need to be escaping over here as well. So not sure what they exactly do. Well, however, I don't wanna stress this too much. Again, I really would love to have more control, but whatever. I think for our imagination, this area works, but I think chances are very high that we're going to change this middle part. I would really love to hear your opinion on that. So let me know in the comments down below what you think we should do with the center part. Shall this lagoon slash water purification thing in our mind stay? Or shall we do something else like amenities, viewing platforms, you name it? Really, that would be amazing to know. Let me know about that. And if you guys want to catch me live, play on Twitch, make sure to be there tonight around 8-ish Central European time. I will be there and play some Planet Zoo, I guess. Maybe we switch over to to Jurassic World Evolution 2 later. No promises, but if you want to jam in there, please do so. I would really be happy to see you guys over there as well. Thank you so much for your ongoing support as always. Have a great time. Thank you for all the people who subbed to the channel lately. That helps a lot. So thanks guys, really appreciate it. And now stay safe everyone. I talk to you in the next one and goodbye.